into a group where that didn't bother me. Like, I was like, whatever. Like, I feel really good, and so I'm not, and right now it doesn't really bother me. The annoying thing is, like, how fucking difficult it really is.
We are live.
Oh, it's okay. We're not.
To find, like, healthy food out.
Right.
Like, they just make it so difficult.
I feel like it's better than it used to be.
Or you get healthy food, but the portion is like 4 times bigger than it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I don't worry. Like, that's like my concession. Like, when I go out to eat, I'm like, well, if I have to get something that's like not really all that exciting, then I can eat all of it if I want to. Because I'm not.
I was gonna go. I just didn't have time because I had to take Sally for a walk. But I was gonna go to the Farmer Chickpea again and get their chickpea casserole thing. It was like chickpeas and Brussels sprouts and all that stuff. And I was basically just gonna be like, well, this is my cheat day because it's not on my list to eat, and it's still healthy, but I don't know how healthy because I can't enter this into an app to see what it what it costs me. And I saved my almonds for a snack at night.
Yeah, I eat almonds.
All right, let's do this.
10 almonds. I made 10 almonds last from somewhere on 78 to my parents' house. Like, it lasted 40 minutes. I like suck on the almond and like nibble it.
You slice it. Isn't that
I crack
Mickey's
it.
Christmas Carol where they slice like a nut or like a bean into little slivers?
That's
oh no, it's Mickey and the Beanstalk, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Because they're like
they're starving.
Yeah.
It's and the slice of bread.
Yeah.
And one bean, and he holds it sideways, and the bread is translucent.
3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo podcast.
We are so late.
6:49. The Genesect podcast. Genesect, not genuflect.
Genesect
Not
does
genocide.
what
Not
Nintendo
genocide either.
don't.
Whoa! Mom Brain, could you please tell us about Genesect?
Genesect is a bipedal insectoid Pokemon with a metal body and a saucer-shaped head.
And he wears gens.
It is primarily purple
Genesect.
with several gray markings, has 2 large red eyes, and a small white part that could be either its mouth or a vent.
I have a small white part.
A vent.
It has thin arms with
What?
overlapping segments. Each arm ends with a single pointed claw. There's a gray circle on each shoulder and a gray band around its abdomen.
Scared of the claw.
Its segmented legs each end with a large upward curving claw.
There will be no comments on this podcast outside of the important Pokemon news. Thank you, Kirby.
The powerful cannon on its back and other enhancements were apparently added as part of the bizarre modifications made to it by Team Plasma.
Oh my god.
Please silence your cell phone.
So sorry.
It's the only Pokemon capable of earning the move Technoblast.
What?
That was a hard swallow.
Grits.
An attack which changes type depending on the drive it holds. It's indicated that even before Team...
Look at that camera for a second. That's for you, Adam. Go right ahead. Please continue. Nothing's going on.
Did you just sell me?
I'll tell you in a second. Pay attention to your Pokemon.
Pay attention to your Pokemon.
Genesect.
It was skilled and ruthless hunter. By folding up its limbs and connecting its head to the cannon on its back, Genesect can assume a flying saucer-like form, allowing it to fly. This form is known in Japanese as the... I don't know the characters. High-speed light configuration. It can also spin a sticky string from its claws.
I believe it says Hikikigero.
Genesect was received from a fossil and technologically enhanced by Team Plasma to create the most powerful Pokemon ever.
Enhance.
I mean, there's a lot of other crap about it, but like...
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So late.
It's number 649. It's a bug steel type. Its ability is download. Is that your ability?
That's my ability, yeah.
Virus downloaded.
They're genderless.
Uploading.
They're 4 feet 11 inches
I
tall.
download
and
assets
182
and share them with the internet.
pounds or so.
And if you come to GoNintendo.com, you download viruses. I don't know.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
Oh my goodness!
You're
on
welcome.
My phone the other day.
Yes.
It froze my browser.
GoNintendo did.
It didn't just pop up and like.
We did it, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is today. We've been working. I shouldn't say we've been working on it. My team of ad people has been working on it. But I haven't received any complaints in the last day or so, so we might be on to something.
I'll let you know.
I got to look up the email because the guy that I've been talking to has been great. He's been really helpful, and he's pissed off about this stuff too. But he said something that struck me as like something an anime character would say about squashing the ads.
He said, "All these ads are ruining phones, huh?"
He said, "Hey, we're working hard on it. Thanks for the update, and thanks for letting me know that it's still happening. Time to raise more barriers against the jerks that want to ruin our internet." That's something you would hear in an
He
ad.
said,
No, they wouldn't call them barriers. It would have some kind of weird name.
Wish I could think of something, but you're right.
Yeah, they'd call them like, I don't know, ecstasy shields or something.
That's it. Yeah, you can come to GoNintendo and browse it safely as long as your ecstasy shield is up and running. Let me say hello to Rachel and PC, because of course the day that I'm late with the podcast, both of them are like, I have time to watch the podcast. I'm waiting. Where's the podcast? So here it is. Here's the podcast.
Way to let them down.
That's 650. Wow.
Yeah. I apologize to everybody watching live for us being late. It's completely my fault.
It is. I can attest to that.
Hello, Joe Shabadoo and Ice and Swedish Galaxy 94 and Flood
Joe Shabadoo
and Twisted N and Giant Reggie and Aloe
Where would he
Wolf
go?
and Lord Jaguar and Mark Payne
Is it Max Payne?
Adam and
No, it's
Cumulative and Drew
Major Payne.
and It's a Trap and I'm an F and T-Rex and Roth and Amiibo fan and ZX Billy and sorry, I'm going through it quicker than usual. Al's Gaming Stuff and Sun Goku 420 and Jubal Dunkadoodballs and Mario the M-Hat Hero and whoever else Inglorious Bastards and Manticorus and whoever else I didn't see. Thank you for joining us on today's late show. I appreciate it. PC, leave me alone. PC says whenever I go to GoNintendo.com, I get hentai. It's so weird. I don't think it is weird. I think it's exactly what you're looking for. We cater to two audiences, Nintendo fans and hentai fans, and there's a good cross-section between the two. Hello, Stakona. All right. Let's do some stuff. Let's talk about the most important news of the week right off the bat.
We played this week. We don't have much time.
Paddington.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Let's get this show on the road.
Paddington. It gets the.
Oh.
Yeah. Watch Paddington
I
this
might
week.
even give it the
Whoa. I heard.
Is it a circle?
heart.
It's a heart. I heard from, or I think Andre at Game Explain watched it too. We randomly both watched that movie on the same night. But yeah, we're talking about the original, not the sequel. We haven't seen the sequel yet, but the original. What a movie!
The original, the first movie.
The first movie. Well, was it the first movie? I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
The 2014 adaptation.
I'm sure there was like
Paddington.
a cartoon or something, but I don't know.
24.
Pretty sure this
Yeah,
is
there
the
was a
first time
cartoon on like
making a movie.
Nickelodeon, I think.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
What? Nickelodeon? That doesn't seem like something Nickelodeon
I'll look
would
it
show.
up.
It totally does.
But yes, if you haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend it. I got nothing bad to say about it, really.
It's really
I don't
good.
have a single. Do you have a single complaint about that movie?
No.
My only complaint is that Nicole Kidman's in it, but that's only because Nicole Kidman scares me because I think she's weird looking. Her,
And Taylor Swift.
Nicole Kidman, and Taylor Swift are from the same planet. I know it.
And what's the name of their planet?
Earth.
I don't know. Planet Ecstasy Shield. Ecstasy Barrier. Something about their eye region always freaks me out. I don't know.
I mean, the area where their face is.
Yes. You know what really freaks me out about them? Their face. That whole face thing they got going on. Does nobody else think that Taylor Swift is strange looking?
I think she's a little.
Yeah, a little bit.
Or something, but I find her attractive.
Oh, yeah. Lots of people do. So,
Lots of weirdos do.
You might
So
maybe
wait,
you're
where's
from the
Nicole
same
Kidman?
planet.
She's Australian, right?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Let's talk about this. The new Crocodile Dundee, the Son of the Crocodile Dundee movie with Danny McBride.
I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to pull out a knife and slit my throat.
I heard it's just like a fake trailer, though.
Oh.
Or it might be a fake trailer.
It's a little
I don't know.
early for April Fool's Day. Did you know that this year, Easter Sunday is on April Fool's Day? April Fool's Easter Sunday.
What?
Yeah. This
Really?
is where we all find out what really went down. I don't know.
It's the
You
day.
find out the Easter Bunny isn't real.
Yeah.
it's
No,
the-
well, you go to
April
church that
Fool.
day and they say the Lord is risen. Psych. April Fool's.
They say the Lord is risen, and
Or he
that,
didn't wake
that
up. He didn't rise
cave
yet.
opens up, but the Easter Bunny comes out. And
What
stuff.
cave?
The cave where Jesus hung out until he woke up, right?
He hung out.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
I'm really like that's as much
Look,
as
you
I
went
can
to
do, I
Sunday
think.
school.
Trust me, I was not
Yeah,
there
It was
in.
like it was like 3 days, and then the rock moved.
They moved
Oh,
the
like
rock.
that episode of The Twilight Zone where the guys they go to the caves. All right.
Yeah, the Bible's based off of Twilight Zone.
Exactly.
Twilight
Might
Zone
as
came
well.
first.
I mean-
I think Rod Sterling wrote the Bible.
Yeah, he did. Yes.
Oh,
And
You
then
know
like,
that? You would probably be a big fan of the Bible.
and then like King
yeah, I
James
can
came along.
assure you
and
that's
changed
not
the name.
happening.
The story of like the burning bush and all that. It's all kinds of
Viva la vulva, baby.
Twilight Zone stuff. All right, let's do some Nintendo news because it was actually a busy week this week in the world of Nintendo. I'm sure Nikki Hill is quite happy about it because Nintendo's stock is going up, baby. The
Yeah, so-
highest high it is hit in
No, it's not a full 10
nine
years.
9 years.
10 years ago, it was like 70 something.
I know. What are they at now? 40 something?
55, maybe 50, 54.
Yeah. Their highest
So-
high in 9 years.
So back in December, they're like, our sales are amazing, and it dropped like $3.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and drop a news bomb. I'm sorry, but then they go, hey, we're gonna start giving out cardboard peripherals, and then this stock skyrockets.
I'd love to be in the world of
54.70.
investors because I don't understand their reactions to anything really. Like, I agree with them on this one. I'm excited about that story we will talk about later, but I didn't expect investors to react like that. I expected them to go in the opposite direction, but whatever.
Yeah, like
Excuse me.
you would expect people to be like, well, that's ridiculous. I'm out. But no, if there's good news,
It was more like
Like, the
that's
sales are
ridiculous. I'm in. It was the #1 trending video on YouTube for the day that it came out.
I'm very curious. Can we
still
just
in
talk
top
about it?
trending.
Can we just talk about it?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Because right now we're going to talk about why Nintendo embraces different visual styles for the Legend of Zelda franchise. Because if you think about it, the series has had some very different visual styles over the years. There's been, your traditional 2D, but then there was also side-scrolling 2D. Then we moved into polygons, and then we did cel-shaded, and then we did whatever you want to call Skyward Sword, which was like
this is like a
Oil shaded.
some kind of, I don't know, whatever. And then you get to Breath of the Wild, which also has a unique look.
Well, let's not just forget the most important thing, that they're all cartoony because it's Nintendo.
They are, well, I don't know, Twilight Princess. That's the realistic
Yeah,
one,
it's the-
quote unquote. So why is that? Why does that always happen with this franchise?
Because every time they do another look, people enjoy that, like learn to love that look, and then they go, all right, we're going to do that again for this one. Psych, and then they change it up drastically, and then gives people a reason to complain.
Nintendo does love giving people a reason to complain. Nintendo's Satoru Takizawa talked about this. He says, that's a question many have probably considered. It's the result of trial and error during the development of each title to figure out what would best make the world feel like something players would be excited to adventure in. The conclusion was to marry the believability of the world with playability. This would help them satisfy the goal of rethinking the conventions of Zelda and creating an art style that could be considered a definitive standard for Zelda. This led to things such as the comical effect of the tree wood magically poofing into bundles of wood, speaking of Breath of the Wild. Anything more realistic would feel like a waste of time for the player. Although Takazawa knew that this art style that utilizes the less realistic and more stylized choices would work for the purposes of the game, he couldn't help but feel uneasy as to whether the general populace would accept it. Those worries were swept away when the general reaction to the first trailer at E3 2014 was positive. Yes, I will say for me personally...
Wait, 2014? They had the playable demo.
I don't know. I just think 2014 was the debut trailer of
Breath
like
of the Wild?
Link shooting the arrow at the guardian at the whatever they are. Huh?
So when do they have the HD playable thing that people were excited about, where he was fighting the giant spider?
That wasn't playable.
Full HD video trailer.
That's what they're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the first thing they showed of the game. That little like snippet.
And that was originally supposed to be for the Wii U?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, we didn't know about the Switch yet.
I thought there was something to play with that. All right. I don't remember.
I do like the look of Breath of the Wild, but it's not my favorite looking Zelda game. My favorite looking Zelda game is Skyward Sword. I really like the style of that game. Closely followed by Wind Waker. But there's just something about the way Skyward Sword looks that I really appreciated. And I would love to see an HD remake of that because I think it would make that game look even better. Cartoonami says, I like the look of Breath of the Wild. It may not be as photorealistic as Horizon Zero Dawn, but the world feels real.
You didn't read this part where
It's real to me, damn it.
He said, we're Nintendo and we can make it look however we darn well please and people will eat that shovel up.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah.
I think that's part of a pop-up. Netflix says that they are still exploring the opportunity to bring their service to Switch. So let's go through this story. Netflix is not on Switch. A while ago, we heard from a customer service rep who basically said, we're good to go on Switch. Whenever Nintendo gives the okay, then we'll be there. And then recently, a customer service rep for Netflix on Twitter for the entire world to see said, we got no plans for Netflix on Switch. So we reported on that, and then that tweet was deleted.
Delete.
There we go.
Delete.
And then the next day, I think it was, Netflix took to Twitter and said, we are still exploring the opportunity with Nintendo, but don't have definitive plans to share at this time. Actually, I don't think that was on Twitter. It was like a comment to Polygon or something like that. But regardless, we went from, we're hearing that it's good to go, to Netflix saying, we're not doing it, to Netflix saying the next day, we're talking to Nintendo.
They're responding to these things as if they were opening up fortune cookies.
Yeah, right? So, like, you know,
What's your wife option?
Hulu's on Switch. It's not like there's a reason they can't do Netflix on Switch. It'd work. Everything would be fine there. It's just Hulu's on Switch. I don't know how that deal came to be. I don't know why it happened right away. I don't know. Well, maybe it's because Disney owns Hulu now.
They do?
Like the majority of it, right?
I have no idea. Oh, is that how they're going to do their strictly Disney streaming service or something?
No. No.
Because there was an announcement that they were going to be pulling all their movies from Netflix at some point.
Yeah. That's still the plan, and they still have the plan to do their own streaming thing. Yes, but that might change now. So
it'd be called Mouseflix.
Paddington was on Cameo. It was.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yes. Man, that brings me back. So yeah, we're just I guess sitting and waiting because Netflix. And
then they put it on Calliope.
Netflix is giving so many answers that I don't know what the hell to believe. So we'll just wait for it to show up. Like a lot of people say, I have 8 million devices that use Netflix, so a lot of people aren't too worried about it. But it would still be nice to have it there. Cow says, all I need to do is all I need to do is contract some small dev to create the app or port the existing Xbox One or PS4 app. Would cost maybe a couple $100K and take 2 to 3 months. The fact that we're nearly a year into the Switch with no Netflix says either they or Nintendo are impeding the process deliberately and or holding out for more money. No, if it's not happening, I would imagine it's because of what Nintendo said. If you remember,
Does he look a little bit like somebody you know?
Blank through. It blocked it apparently.
we're working. What?
Does he look a little bit like somebody you know?
Double B?
Yeah.
Does matted
Jesus,
fur and
you
everything.
okay?
Oh.
Well, now I don't remember what I was going to say.
Why I love him so much.
God damn it! What was I going to say? It was probably the most important thing I've ever said in my life.
Did you ever
Well,
think
sorry,
about
sorry.
Paddington's initials?
I did not think about that. All right, so we have a rumor. Okay, yeah. This is a rumor from a Reset Era forum user. Now, you're going to be like, Ramit, why are you sharing a rumor from a random forum user?
Yeah.
Why should I trust them? Well, over on Reset Era, they are running a thread to chronicle the history of Switch rumors. Because they went through their history. It's the NeoGAF history. But they went through post history from people to see who posted rumors about the Switch that actually turned out to be true. So they have the person, all the stuff that they said, whether it turned out to be true or not. And there's this one person, congratulations. There's this one person, Moko Lostrokolos.
Don't say that 3 times, or else you're gonna summon a demon.
And over on that forum,
Yes. Now I can't go back.
he has posted some rumors in the past. He posted about rumors related to Metroid Samus Returns. Before the game was announced, before we knew it existed.
But that's not Switch.
I know, but he was in that thread. Before we knew the game existed, or before Nintendo announced it, he had said that let me get the details he specifically said. He teased a Metroid game coming to the 3DS. He also said it was long in development and that it was being handled by a company outside of Nintendo. So spot on with all of those. And people on the Reset Era thread were like, man, look, this guy knew stuff and nobody paid attention to him. We should pay attention to him now.
Wow, that was a quick one. You just got me again.
Got me good, Odell.
Maybe you should stop going to this website.
Don't go to it.
Pick up something dirty.
So he has another rumor on this website, and that's why we're talking to you about it. According to him, a brand new 2D Metroid is in development. Not a remake, a brand new one. And he says there's another studio involved, but he's not willing to mention who it is because he doesn't want to get in trouble. And he also doesn't mention what platform. Now, to think that Nintendo would be doing another new 2D Metroid for the 3DS would be very surprising to me. You would think that they'd be going for the Switch. But we know Metroid Prime 4 is coming to the Switch.
2DS.
So that's what it is, yeah. So that's why we said for an unspecified platform. We don't know if it's 3DS or Switch. I think Switch would make more sense. But again, Metroid Prime 4 is coming to Switch. So we'll see. But that's your rumor. Top rated comment comes from Hammer. And he says, don't be a phone game. Don't be a phone game. Don't be a phone game. I mean, unspecified platform could be a phone game. That is true. Always part of the discussion now with Nintendo. So here's a game that we knew existed, basically. And Warner Brothers just wasn't confirming it. But ratings boards around the world had ratings for a game called Scribblenauts Showdown. So we knew it existed. They said it was coming to the Switch. We knew it was a real deal. But Warner Brothers hadn't confirmed. But this week they finally confirmed because I think, well, ESRB had a rating for it as well with a whole description. So right after that, the announcement came out. Scribblenauts Showdown is coming to the Switch. A brand new Scribblenauts game, which we haven't seen in quite some time. And this one's focused on some multiplayer stuff. And at first, when I read the description, I was like, I don't really like multiplayer when it comes to Scribblenauts. But then I watched the trailer, and I'm like, oh, this actually could be a lot of fun. I was kind of interested in it. So it's coming to Switch this March. I can't remember I don't know what the last Scribblenauts game was. How long ago it was.
Was it the one with the superheroes?
That's what I'm thinking it was.
Plus
yeah.
when I remember.
But yeah, I've always been a fan of that franchise. It's I always find it really interesting. It always makes me laugh. And
technologically like advanced. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
incredibly impressive that somebody entered all that information.
Hello, young fellow, has the first comment, and he says, wow, no announcement, just this? Still, I'm excited. We have the full press release. The video was posted by Yo Schiller, so we have those details if you want.
Excuse me.
Silence, please. So, yeah, this March, I'm excited. It looks interesting. Check out that trailer. And like I said, it's focused on multiplayer and like mini games and party games and stuff like that. But I believe it has some solo content as well. Hello, Zillion. Or no, yeah. Hello, Zillion. That's correct. So, I thought it said Zillion.
Have you spoken to Yo Schiller about how to pronounce that name? Because
Hello, Solid.
that could be Yo Schiller or Yo Schiller.
Yo Schiller.
Yo, Sheila.
Yo Schiller.
I mean, it is. He does wear a Yoshi hat. And it is Yoshi related, but I don't think it's Yo Schiller.
You never asked. You never thought to ask.
Never talked to him. Try not to. Limit my time.
You never asked me about my name either.
Nicholas Mountain? How do you say your name?
Mike A. Heel.
I don't believe you.
Mike A. Heil.
Oh,
look, I won again. Man, I am on a winning streak. I can't lose.
I don't know why. Like, I'm not getting them on either. I don't know what you're doing.
Just sitting here looking at a screen.
I mean, I'm on it. I'm on both.
Very good for you.
Great, good for you.
Ooh,
all right, Nikki Hill,
so...
let's talk about it now. Go right ahead. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, Brian.
I can't. What do you want to talk about? Amazon competitions here? I want a Samsung something or other. No, Nintendo Labo. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, how is it pronounced?
It's just,
You
I
tell
think
me,
it's Labo.
Master
Labo.
pronunciator.
Like laboratory. Laboratory.
Laboratory.
Laboratory.
I kind of heard like almost like Yoshi saying it or something. Just like really.
Labo.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so Nintendo, like we had heard, there was a rumor that Nintendo was doing something this week. They were revealing something. It turned out to be true. Hello, Mario 7 Stars. It is true. And right the day of the announcement, they said they were going to show something for kids and kids at heart. And they announced Nintendo Labo. So if somehow you have not seen what this is all about, you need to check out the trailer just for it to make sense. But yeah, it's I don't know,
cardboard. Cut it like so. You can get little machines or puzzle piece things, and you build your little device out of cardboard pieces that interlock. But some of these things are incredibly intricate. Like there's a little 13-key piano. Oh, what is it? Long piano.
Oh, right.
Hello, Nader guy.
And you slide the switch screen into the top of the piano, and you take one of your Joy-Con controllers and slide it in like a little pocket inside the side of the piano, and somehow that makes all 13 keys work. I don't understand how that works. That's amazing. Like this, it's just going to be fun to build these things.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Part of the fun is building them, yes.
Like, and it's almost like building a robot, but it's without the electronic elements.
Yes.
Like, there's no switchboard.
There are strings and switchboard.
What?
There are strings and rubber bands and cardboard and all that, yes, but no electronics. The Joy-Cons are taking the parts of like the motors and all that
and
stuff.
we knew that the Joy-Cons were very sensitive as far as
Hello, Red Pill.
their HD touch.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's no 13 ways to input information into a Joy-Con. So like for them to be able to figure out how that works with like tilting and whatever or bumping it, it's amazing.
Yeah, they have like with the piano, the cardboard has certain, I think it's metallic strips on it, and the IR camera in the one Joy-Con is what senses when things are being pressed. But you can also hit more than one key at once. So I don't know. The piano is amazing, yes. So the trailer shows a whole bunch of stuff. It shows some items that aren't coming out at launch, and we don't know when they're coming out or how they're going to be packaged, if they will be bundled or separately.
I heard one of them is going to be bundled with a Link's crossbow training game.
That's the sequel everybody wants. So they're at launch, which is on April 20th, 420 in North America, or April 27th in Europe. I want to get this right. I saw something on Twitter where someone was like, Microsoft, let's make a camera that can sense people's movements. Sony, let's make a 4K system that pushes lots of polygons. Nintendo, let's get high and play with cardboard.
Sure.
So on launch day, April 20th, you will have 2 kits to choose from, or you can buy both. One kit is the variety kit, and I would love to tell you what's in it off the top of my head,
variety.
but I don't remember. It has the little RC car / bug thing. It has the piano in it. It has, I want to say, the house one in it as well.
Probably the fishing.
And the fishing rod. I think that's it. Those are in that package. So,
does it also come with, or is that you have to get the?
What the freak was that?
Oh, this little guy thing is crazy too. It's so interesting.
The little man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that one, but he's not part of it. And that package is, all the cardboard and rubber bands and all the stuff that you need, rubber bugs that you need for those DIY things, and that's $70. Or I should say, you can go with the robot kit, which is $80, and that's a much more involved build because it turns you into a robot. And so there's like a visor that you pull down and a big backpack that you wear and ropes to connect things to your feet and everything. It's like super complicated. And like I said, that's $80. That option includes all the stuff that you need to build that thing.
Yeah, so it looks like from here, the variety kit has the piano, the fishing rod, the house, the motorcycle handlebars.
Oh, that's the one I forgot.
And the combination, I guess it's a bug that crawls around, but you can also kind of use it as another controller handle.
That's
what I thought it was.
I wasn't sure about that. Yeah, I know what part you're talking about.
The only thing that I feel like is like a money grab on it or whatever is the kit to accessorize it. Like
you don't need it.
I'm sure people have markers, but people are gonna buy it because they're like, "Oh, I need this Nintendo marker kit."
Yeah, I mean, it's $10. You don't need it if you.
$10.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
Robot.
$10 will get me a third of a tank of gas.
You see this thing?
Or it'll get you some fancy colored tape.
Backpack with like foot straps and stuff.
So from what I have heard,
Everything okay with it?
I twisted my.
No. You don't get to say, that's mine. Because it's not. It's mine. You stole it from me.
Whoa.
Right.
I'm not sure I would enjoy the fishing game. I don't know.
You tell the people what you did.
Got myself into a real bind here.
What did you do?
I fixed it. Nothing.
You know what they can do though with this?
Shove it up there.
Nintendo Music or
They can
Wii
stuff
Music
it.
2.
That's what everybody wants. Yes. Hello, Swedish Galaxy.
Wii Music, not on the Wii.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
That's a pretty bad name.
Not
Nintendo does have some bad names though. So.
Oh, I won again.
So, I forgot what I was going to say. Well, if you're in New York City or if you're in around New York City and somewhere in California, I don't remember where, you have the option to sign up for a Nintendo Labo event you need to have a child with you. And just because you sign up, it doesn't mean you will be guaranteed entry to the event. But if you want to check this stuff out in like a 3-hour workshop, you can go to the website and have a chance of getting in on one of those things. So, hello, Chase. Mom Brain. You are getting some comments today in the chat. Good comments.
That was a nice sweater.
So yeah, this is the thing that caused Nintendo's stock to see a huge boost, and took the #1 trending spot on YouTube, and it's the top of Amazon's game stuff. It was #1 and #2, and that goes for Amazon here and Amazon UK. And yeah, people are excited. The reaction to it was much more positive than I expected it to be.
It's weird because
Hello,
they're going
Elfman.
to charge $80 for a box full of box pieces with a game.
Yeah,
there's software in there, but I don't know. That it is a very strange, like
it's very Nintendo.
It's just I don't know. I feel like I would have expected more people to complain like that much money for a piece of.
Well, I've
cardboard.
seen those complaints, you know, just like.
But you're also building this thing, so like I got a one of those worthless machines or useless machines.
Yes.
Where you push the button on and then it pops up.
Yeah.
I got it on sale for $17 or something. It was originally almost $40.
Mm-hmm.
That was plastic and it had electronics in it. So it's hard. I mean, I don't understand money, I guess.
So what you're saying is if it was
can be
plastic, you
exchanged for
would be okay
goods and
paying
It would
$70.
make a little bit more sense, I would feel like. But I don't know how this stuff is going to feel. If it's going to feel like it's sturdy and it's going to hold together, or it's going to be like, you know, don't get it wet or feed it after midnight, or else
Well,
you're
it
going to have
is
a whole lot of
cardboard,
trouble.
so I would suggest not getting it wet.
Yeah.
But
well, then good luck because you put that robot thing on. I'm going to be
yeah,
sweating.
I mean, so like the variety kit.
Ew, I hadn't thought about that. You have to like knit something up to
Who
cover
wants
it.
to play next? And you're like soggy. But wait, so the robot thing is almost like a virtual reality face screen, right? Helmet, right?
It has a visor that does nothing, but you can bet your ass I'm wearing that. I love the fact. I just love the fact that it is cardboard. It makes it so much funnier to me that you're like, I'm gonna be a giant robot. Let me pull down my cardboard visor.
Well, let me just say,
and my cardboard backpack.
It's real funny. When I was a baby and I was first born, they put me in an incubator with cardboard glasses, and I got a cut. That's still a scar.
It still happens.
That's what happens. Scars last forever.
Don't put your babies in the Nintendo Labo robot suit. That's what he's saying.
But it's not uncommon. They don't do it so much in America, but in other countries, when you have a newborn baby, they give you a baby box full of like stuff to like start, you know, like
it's easier cleanup to leave the baby in the dumpster.
Well, you can put the baby in the box, like it can sleep in the box because like sudden infant death syndrome is a big thing. So
Mom brain. Those are kittens. Kittens, okay?
Oh,
boy.
The baby box doesn't have holes in the side.
Do you know that we brought our little baby boy cat home in a box?
Are you telling me? Did I know that?
And I still have the box.
That's great because I smell it at night. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. And you're talking about.
Wait, is that what you would take it to the vet though?
No, I have a carrier.
You're talking about price. So like the variety kit is $70. So your average game is $60. So $10 more for all the cardboard that's in there.
That's okay.
And robot one is $20 more. But as we said, that's a serious build compared to the other ones. So my understanding is
I'm buying these for us.
The fishing rod takes roughly 15 minutes to put together, so that's not too big of a deal. The piano, I believe, is the most sophisticated build
like 2 hours
in a variety kit. But the robot, yes, apparently takes 2 hours to put
together. I cannot wait. That's a Friday night cup of coffee. Put it all together.
Yeah, cup of coffee right by the cardboard. That's right. Great.
You dunk the cardboard in there. You take a bite.
Helps you stay awake.
So yeah, I'm all about it. I think it's fun. I like the idea. I think it's gonna have a neat cross section of like people that are really into DIY stuff or Legos or Connects or any of those things, I think they'll appreciate the building aspect. And then there's the game aspect too. And obviously, let's be real here. If your cardboard breaks, you can still, depending on what one you're using, you can still play the games. Like you can still play the motorcycle game, I'm sure, without the cardboard thing. The piano would be a little bit difficult.
It would be amazing if the HD rumble in the handle, in the Joy-Con, you could feel it in the motorcycle.
I'm sure you can, yeah.
Are you sure?
I am sure, yes. I'm positive.
Okay.
There's something else I was going to say about one of them. It's gone. So, yeah, I'm on board. And it seems like a lot of people are as well.
They're gonna do music.
That's what I was going to say. The piano. You are able to write your own, like, sine wave and feed that to the piano, and the piano will create a sound based off of what you've drawn. And then it can use, like, the knob to tune that into different sounds, too. Which is pretty crazy.
Like a synthesizer sort of thing?
Yeah. Plus, the knob on its own lets you change the piano to cat noises. So, I mean,
boy, this I can't wait.
Hello, Al Delmar.
Meow, 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 meow.
Let's
Can
see.
we just think about this?
All right, so the announcement, I'm going to be extra nosy. The announcement of the game on our site has a positive 29. So overall, you guys are into it. But I want to click and see the details. Oh, only 3 down. The ND voted it down. Rusty Owl voted it down. And T27 Duck voted it down.
I'm sorry, Rusty Owl or Rusty Owl?
Owl.
Because the owls.
3 syllables.
Owl.
Hello, No Filter. First comment comes from, or I'm sorry, top-rated comment comes from Virtual Faye. They say, kid, Mom, have you seen my Switch? Mom, no, but I did throw out that cardboard rubbish laying around. How many replacement Switches will this net for Nintendo? There you go. On a serious note, though, I rewatched the reveal trailer today, which is Saturday, and I think this looks effing awesome. Well, there you go.
I mean, I thought about that too. Like, you're gonna get this variety pack.
I thought about that too.
You're gonna get a variety pack, and everything built will take up probably more than half of this table.
Hello, Maurice.
Or half of this table, like built and side by side. Like the piano is this big, right?
Yeah.
And the handlebars are at least that big, maybe a little bit wider.
And then you know what's going to happen. You combine them all into one thing.
Do you think?
You make yourself a robot with all the pieces.
You make yourself into like Optimus Prime.
You buy like 8 sets of Joy-Cons and slot them in.
And they could do a musical instrument, maybe just a slide whistle, and use the IR camera. So you go.
Please, I hope not, because I don't feel like listening to a slide whistle.
Oh, as soon as they showed the robot, we watched the reveal trailer together. I was laughing because I was like, she knows that I'm going to be walking around the house.
I'm going to come home from work.
That's going to be my neighborhood watch. I'm going to bring down the visor, the cardboard visor, and look out the window.
Come to our house.
Oh, did you guys hear that story?
Mowing the lawn.
Did the police come?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll tell the story really quickly because I feel this is worth being told on the podcast. Mom Brain went running. She has her phone with her when she runs. You had it in your pocket. She's trying to
my
turn
good
up.
like LL Bean jacket, like with this, anyway.
Did you just turn into my dad for a second?
I did. That's why I stopped.
Wow. So she went to turn up the volume on music she was listening to and kept hitting the button, but she was hitting the wrong button. And she has it set on her phone that when you press the power button a certain amount of times, it activates the "I'm in trouble, come get me."
Oh.
So her phone started blaring, and
like a siren.
I told her
it was like
out of your actual phone.
Yeah, because I have my headphones plugged in. No, it came out of the speaker.
Told her like, we're calling the cops. Your contacts are going to be.
So it's him,
contacted.
Dorothy, and my mother are my emergency contact people. So it's going to reach out to them.
So she canceled and stopped us being contacted and all that. She comes home and tells me, ha ha ha, whatever. She's going to get in the shower. I'm sitting there. I had
police officer.
I had just woken up, so I'm sitting on the chair upstairs working on my laptop, and there's a knock at the door. And I'm like, who the hell knocks on our door? And I look, and I'm like, this is the police. The police are here. I'm just in my boxers. I have no idea where my clothes are. So I just grab my sweatshirt and I'm like, well, whatever. So I open the door. I'm like, I can't imagine what these people are thinking. So it's 2 cops and they're looking at me and they go,
State troopers.
Is this Mom Brain's house? And I was like, yeah. And they go, she sent out an alert, something wrong, and I go, oh yeah, she was out running, and she accidentally activated the alert thing on her phone. So I say that to them, and they both look at me, say nothing. So it was like 2 seconds of silence, and I go in my head, I'm like, they don't. They see me. They think I killed her.
Without your pants.
Yeah.
They were covered in blood.
I'm like,
Frightful.
you know, my eye, I'm like trying to see because I just woke up. So, and I look at the cops and I go, you want me to go get her, don't you? And they go, yeah, if you could. So I walk in there and I knock on the door to the bathroom. I'm like, hey, the cops are here for you. And she's like, what? So yeah, they want to make sure I haven't killed you. And she's like, do I have to come out? I'm like, yeah, the cops are here.
So I'm in running tights and a sports bra because I had like layers on and I'm hot, so I take them all off.
Like squatters.
So I am
both half naked.
Yeah. So and I'm like, I've thrown everything down the laundry chute, so I can't. It's not like I can. So I just go to the door in a sports bra and tights, which isn't like inappropriate, but like, and I'm a frightful mess because I've just been running, like killing myself out there. And they're like, are you Mom Brain? I'm like, yeah. And I look like
I thought that Mom Brain was actually the name they were using. I guess that's how you have your phone registered or something. So that's why I thought that was hilarious.
So I'm afraid the cat's gonna try and leave. So I'm like, and I don't really want them to see me like in my underpants. So I'm like kind of like peeping, and they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm fine. I'm so sorry. It was an accident. I hit the alert. And the one cop was like giggly. Like, not giggly, but like you could tell he was like, oh, I feel bad. Like this poor girl. It was just a mistake. But the other cop was like dead, flat affect, no, not like a cop.
Good cop, yeah.
Like, yeah, like a Jersey cop. And I was like, I think he was waiting for me to be like mouth, like blink 3 times if you're
under duress.
He's like, you sure you're okay? I'm like, I am so okay. I'm so sorry. It was mortifying.
So I'm sure they're across the street like every night, like watching the house to make sure something's not going on. Like she runs out screaming and I go out there and grab her and throw her back in the house.
Well, Mom Brain, you did tell them that, you guys are in a relationship, right?
No, she said nothing.
Oh, okay.
She did her typical authority is around. I am nervous and trying to act normal, which made it that much more awkward.
Was it?
Yeah.
And probably
it's like you always are with that stuff.
Like when you get pulled over.
Yeah, I do. I look suspicious. I do. Yeah. I get nervous.
That's why they pepper sprayed you.
That's right.
Stop resisting. So that's that.
We came out here. We got to give you a reason for the distress call.
So next time when the cops are here, I'll protect you with my Nintendo Labo robots.
Right.
Everything's fine here, officer.
I have the power of God and animate myself.
Nintendo also talked about the potential for Nintendo Labo to be used with other games and maybe for third parties to incorporate it as well.
Are you laughing at the situation?
Just the fact that he was in his boxers, a sweatshirt, and he was like just woken up, so it looks like he just came out from like a dungeon.
Yeah, I know.
Sexually assaulting.
That's exactly what I thought. Yeah. This is Reggie Fizame. He says,
I'm red in the face and my hair's a mess because I've been running.
Reggie says, can the toy cons be incorporated into other forms of gameplay? Certainly. But right now, we think if we effectively communicate the power of the idea with Nintendo Labo and really enable players to make their creations, personalize them, and enjoy the inherent gameplay experiences, we think that's going to be a great way to start and then progress down the path. Talks about, and then he's asked if third parties can use it. And he says, well, there's nothing to announce today. Certainly, if we're successful with Labo, it can create future opportunities. So they're like, let us get our stuff out there, and we'll see if people actually want this thing. And then if they want it, maybe we'll open it up to third parties.
Turns out Labo is their new console. They released it not even a whole year later.
I can't imagine many third parties would want to use it. Like, I'm sure Ubisoft would do something with it.
You know who will?
Oh.
Su-51.
Yeah, right? That's funny you say that because I was thinking of Beam Katana with in cardboard. Mr. Rye says, People are already giving Nintendo free ideas with their Labo jokes. Cardboard sword, shield, zapper, armor, horse, etc. The funniest one I saw was a cardboard phone for voice chat. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I thought about that too. All right. We're getting into NPD soon, but Nintendo jumped the gun a little bit with NPD by putting out their official press release earlier that day that said the Switch topped December sales in the United States, and the 3DS had its best sales month since December 2014.
That's crazy.
It is very crazy. So, the Switch in the United States for December sold 1.5 million units. And since launch 10 months ago, the Switch has sold more than 4.8 million units in the United States alone, making it the fastest selling home console in U.S. history. 3DS sold, between all versions of the 3DS, more than 750,000 units in December. That's a 27% increase over the same period a year ago, which is kind of crazy because Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, and now Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon came out, which aren't as popular, which is how it usually goes. But still, the 3DS managed it. Like, who are we just talking to? Dorothy just got her. How many did she buy?
I think 2.
And Lisa bought them this year too.
Yeah, for Carter.
Yeah, and you laughed at everybody. You think they're all crazy.
No, I laughed because I was surprised, but Nintendo's laughing all the way to the bank. So this 3DS has sold more than 21 million units in the United States alone. And then on top of that, the Super Nintendo Classic Edition sold 2.6 million units altogether, which accounted for more than half of all hardware sold during the month. And I'm not going to talk about the rest. So, oh no. Did I not make the NPD numbers a top story?
It is.
Oh boy.
It is?
Yeah. You have.
Oh, this is, yeah, it's Thursday morning. It's busy.
You know what's the
yeah.
top story? Nikki Hill's a big winner.
Wow, that's nice of you to say. All right, well, we'll get to
All my
those in a
Amazon.
minute. North America, this week's digital downloads. On January 23rd, Lost Sphere comes out, which is from the developers of... Yes. God damn it.
Sure.
Maybe it says it here.
Yes. Sure.
No, of course it doesn't.
Yes.
I Am Setsuna,
Sure.
published by Square Enix.
Sure. Why not?
Darkest
I
Dungeon
understand.
is available on the Switch. Kirby Battle Royale is now available on the 3DS. The North America had to wait a while for that, but now we have it. DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out. That is paid DLC. Also new this week is Ambition of the Slimes for Switch. Power Spikes 2, the Neo Geo game on Switch. Arcade Archives Double Dragon on the Switch. Baseball Riot on the Switch. Chroma Gun comes out on the Switch January 22nd. Cubic is on the Switch. The demo version of Implosion came out on Switch. League of Evil got a demo on Switch. Nuclean is on Switch. Oh, sir. The Hollywood Roast is on Switch. And, oh, sir. The Insult Simulator is on Switch. Basically, it's a game where you, from my understanding, chain together pieces of sentences to make insults at the other player. And it's won awards and stuff. It's one of those games I need to play to see how I feel about it. Shu is on the Switch as of January 23rd. Vesta is on the Switch. World to the West is on the Switch. It's so sad to see World to the West.
Vesta you got there. It's a 3-button Vesta.
It's so sad to me to see World to the West this low on the announcements. I'm not saying their placement on the list indicates the quality of the game, especially in this case. But World to the West, you should check that out. If you like...
I should?
Sure.
Kirby should?
It's like Zelda mixed with the Lost Vikings.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's like. It's very enjoyable.
Are you into the Lost Vikings? Is that a big...
I never played it.
Me am.
Yeah.
Dude, no. What's...
I'm a Viking.
Go ahead.
No.
Sing me a little
No,
bit. Here we go.
Absolutely not.
Go ahead.
No.
Come on, you were
I
going
was
to do it.
thinking of Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Here, sing me a little bit.
Dude.
Come on.
What does it smell like?
Sing me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does sound like
Oh, that's Mystical Ninja.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, that
That's what she sang.
Can I have it a little more enthusiastic?
She was singing
No.
Beat It Ease, and you were singing No, no, no.
No, it's not
Show to
DDD.
do. Let's
It's
go.
Do
Come
to
on.
Do.
Move along.
Also available is Link a Pix Color on 3DS and Raining Coins on 3DS.
It's raining coins. Hallelujah, it's raining coins.
Oh, points.
First comment comes from Low Camp, and he says, "Happy birthday to me."
Okay.
That's on January 18th. Well, happy belated
Oh,
birthday,
That's
Low
Liam's
Camp.
birthday, isn't it?
Hello,
Yeah.
King Schmid. Europe's downloads. Europe got. Oh dear Lord, is this a long press release?
Darkest
Oh, dear
Dungeon.
whiz.
Darkest Dungeon on the Switch, Gunhouse on the Switch, Energy Balance on Switch, Inner Space on Switch, Nightmare Boy on Switch, Tales of the Tiny Planets on Switch, Power Spikes 2, the Neo Geo game on Switch, Ambition and the Slimes on Switch, Arcade Archives Double Dragon on Switch, Oh Sir, the Hollywood Roast on Switch, Oh Sir, the Insult Simulator on Switch, Cubic on Switch, Rally Racers on Switch, World to the West on Switch, League of Evil got a demo on Switch, Baseball Riot is on Switch, Brawl is on Switch, Nuclean's on Switch, Vesta on Switch, Death Squared, the Employee Evaluation Demo is on Switch. That is a demo that has a unique voiceover and story. So even if you like Death Squared and you played the game before, you can get some new story out of the free demo, which is kind of cool.
Aren't they a bunch of blocks? What's the story?
Yeah, but like, there's a story in the sense that there's a guy monitoring the testing that's going on, and he's talking to the computer running the tests.
Oh.
That goes on while you're playing the game. DLC for Stern Pinball Arcade and Chess Ultra. Pick Deluxe is on Switch. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 got the DLC. 3DS got Picross E8. Yes, the 8th game in the Picross E series. And you know what you're getting out of that. Raining Coins is on 3DS. Oh, I guess it's on new 3DS only. Link-a-Pix Color is on 3DS. 3DS Theme Shop got updated with Robin Hood, the Fearless theme.
You raise a good point. That press release that said that the 3DS had the highest sales since 2014. Old 3DS, not new 3DS?
No, I said the entire family.
That's not fair.
Okay.
Okay.
That's deceiving because the new 3DS is
You're
new.
deceptive.
They all play 3DS games.
But some only play new 3DS games.
And some don't play in 3D if you're on the 2DS.
Oh, is that your phone? Sorry.
That's okay.
The Brave Robin Hood Adventures in the Forest
You know-
theme, Robin Hood the Archer theme, Sissy and the Magic of the Bracelet
In
theme.
2DS, the DS means doorstop.
Don't believe that. Sissy will become the Queen of Austria theme,
Sissy.
and Sissy loves the animal theme.
Who's Sissy?
I don't know.
Where's Hello Kitty?
I don't know. It's all Sissy nowadays. That's all I know. Listen, even Hello Kitty needs a break sometimes. I guess not really, because there's that Hello Kitty game coming out on Switch, so she's just diversifying. First comment comes from... Yep. Oh, boy, this name again. Sligitshire.
Oh, yeah.
What?
They say, I'm going to buy World to the West when it eventually releases on Wii U. I own pure chess on Wii U, so no need for Chess Ultra, as chess is chess, and they're quite similar. RMC, I see some more. I see some information. RMC, I see some information is missing from the press release, but I put that down to NOE and whatever haphazard way that they put them out now. They, at this moment in time, have left out Wii U information and various discounts for the platforms. Yeah, this press release comes straight from Nintendo, who gets it directly from Nintendo of Europe. So that is their official press release. So they don't care about the Wii U. Yeah.
That last part was like a personal message to you. We don't need to hear that part. What's next?
Okay. Strike that from the records, please. Switch is the fastest selling home game system in Canada ever.
Is it the fastest ever, all across the whole world?
No, not in UK.
What's the
The
UK?
holdout. It's doing well in the UK, but UK is PlayStation territory.
Yeah, but so is Japan.
No.
That's what you said.
PlayStation does well in Japan. But Nintendo.
PlayStation 2 is like the highest selling in Japan until the Switch.
No. PlayStation 2 is the highest selling video game system in general. In Japan, the Switch is outpacing the PS2.
Well, we have to wait until March to find out if it has beaten.
No, we know right now it's ahead of the PS2. The amount of units moved in the same amount of time. So 10 months for PS2 is worse than 10 months for Switch.
Okay. So it's still the fastest selling then.
In Japan,
yeah. But not in the UK.
No. They're hardcore PlayStation over there.
Well, it's also like you think London, rainy. Who wants to bring their main gaming console out in the rain where it can get wet?
Makes a good point. I got to talk to Poopaloo about that. Poopaloo.
What'd you call him?
Poopaloo.
Do you want me to? Oh, do you know what
Poopaloo.
They're on an
I asked
abbreviation
Miss
basis.
Sarah to bring us some more Vitmo.
Oh,
sweet
yeah.
bonbons.
It's official. The Nintendo Switch has become the fastest.
Sweet bonbons?
Vimto. It's official. The Nintendo Switch has become the fastest-selling home video game system ever in Canada, according to new information provided by NPD. These record-breaking sales are the strongest for the first 10 months of any video game system in Canadian history. The record was previously held by the Wii. So Nintendo beat their own record. I cannot believe that the Switch is beating the Wii right now. I don't know if it's going to stay like that forever.
Crazy.
But that one analyst was like, months ago, was like, the Switch is going to beat the Wii. And everybody's like, no way. And I was like, no way. Well, right now, he's right. There's a lot more time to go, but right now, he's right. Steel Diver says, they are just America's right Joy-Con. Take that, Canada. I don't know why you had to be so mean against Canada, but whatever. All right, here we go. And you hear that?
NPD. NPD.
December 2017 NPD, as well as full year NPD. Let's do December. Your top 10. Let's go.
Call of Duty, bro.
Call of Duty, bro, is number 1.
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2 is number 12. I'm sorry, you did not make the top 10.
Minecraft.
No Minecraft.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is number 10.
Zelda.
The Legend of Zorlda is number 9.
Star Wars Battlefront 2
is number 2.
Okay.
It wasn't being boycotted to the second best-selling.
Madden.
Madden is number 6.
MLB.
NBA 2K.
FIFA.
Okay. NBA 2K is number 4. FIFA is number 11.
Wow, it got bumped. Is Mario Odyssey?
Mario Odyssey is number 3.
Oh, wow.
Your sports titles are taken care of for the top 10, just to let you know. So you got number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. You don't have number 5.
Overwatch?
No Overwatch.
All right. What else? What do people play?
Number 5. It's a Nintendo game.
Mario Kart?
Yes, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is number 5. You got number 6. You don't have number 7. Okay. This one might be hard to describe to you guys because I don't know how much you know about it. Kirby might know. He's a guy on the up and up.
Sure. What's our answer?
It's very popular on PC. It was the most popular PC game.
Diablo.
Very recently, but I think it's been overtaken by Fortnite now.
World of Warcraft.
Did we do like
it's everybody gets in a
Ghost
plane.
Snakes on a plane.
Everybody gets in a plane. And they all jump out of the plane onto an island.
Pilot Wings.
I know the game you mean,
Nintendo.
but I forget what it's called.
PC. Is it on other systems too?
Only on it's on Xbox One.
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, number 8, Ubisoft franchise.
That's the name.
That's the name. Number 8, Ubisoft franchise.
Splinter Cell. There's one. Tom Clancy, Ghost Recon, Ghost Hunters.
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed Origins, yes.
When did that come out?
Yeah, it's been out for a couple of months now, right?
So there's your top 10. Call of Duty,
Persia.
Star Wars, Super Mario Odyssey, NBA 2K18, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Madden NFL 18, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Assassin's Creed Origins, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Grand Theft Auto. 11 to 20 include FIFA 18, Destiny 2, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, Splatoon 2, Need for Speed Payback, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Just Dance 2018, The Sims 4, Pokemon Ultra Sun, Pokemon Ultra Moon. God damn it. All right, let's do your top 10 games of 2017. Top 10 best-selling games of all of 2017.
Zelda.
Go. Zelda is number 5.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart is number 10.
Odyssey.
Odyssey's number 9.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty's number 1, bro.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is number 6.
I can't believe that.
I know, right?
It's selling so many. Like, people are just buying it. They don't even have consoles for it.
Yeah, right. I just wanted it in my collection. Number 2.
Madden.
NBA.
NBA 2K.
NBA 2K. Number 3.
MLB.
Peter Dinklage.
Game
Game
of
of
Thrones?
Oh,
Destiny.
yeah,
Destiny.
Destiny.
Number 4. No, number 4.
Bum, 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 bum.
Madden.
Man. Number 5, you got Zelda. Right? Number 6, you got Grand Theft Auto. Number 7. Trying to think of a hint that won't give it away right away.
Give it away now.
Yeah.
Console.
PS4 and Xbox One and PC.
Yeah. Overwatch.
No.
Underwatch.
Underboob.
Underboob. Overboob.
Whatever.
Did we say it already?
It's a game from the dead author.
Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy's
Ghost Recon.
Ghost
Recon.
Splinter Recon.
Ghost Recon.
Ghost Cell.
Wildlands.
Wildlands.
Ghost
Yeah,
Recon
that's what I was
Wildlands.
gonna say.
Number 8.
Wait for a hint.
It's hard to give a hint on this one and not give it away. Lots of controversy around this game.
Battlefield.
Is it something we said already?
Battlefront.
Battlefront
Star
2.
Wars
Star Wars Battlefront, yeah. Number 9. I don't. You might have said this already. I don't know. No, you didn't.
No? Okay.
It's Nintendo.
Splatoon.
No. I don't think you said this yet. Maybe I'm wrong.
Minish Cap.
No.
No.
It's Odyssey.
I think Mom Brain
Yeah,
said
Mom Brain
Odyssey.
said that.
I thought she said it for the other NPD. I didn't know she said it for this
I
one.
think she hit. I think she just went right through the whole list of Nintendo.
Yeah, she did Mario Kart,
Heavy hitters.
Breath of the Wild.
And then number
Mario
10
Kart.
is Mario Kart. Like she said. All right, so there's your NPDs. Lots of Nintendo stuff in there.
Maybe next time I'll tell the cops that it is your fault.
First comment comes from Weird, and he says Nintendo rules. You rule, Weird.
So wait,
This just did.
top selling games of the
Nintendo
year. How many
rules.
were Nintendo? Since I can't remember. The...
Top selling games of the year.
like 3
How
or 4.
many were Nintendo? 1 Nintendo, 2 Nintendo, 3 Nintendo, 3.
Okay.
3 of the top 10.
Gotta start working harder, Nintendo.
Good.
Cardboard ain't gonna get you out of that. Something or other.
Cardboard ain't gonna get you out of that success. All right, NPD also wants you to know that when aligned for time with other platforms, the Switch has sold more consoles than any other in history.
Oh my God.
History!
In history.
On a time-aligned basis, through the first 10 months on the market, Nintendo Switch has sold more consoles than any other platform in history. That's according to NPD analyst Matt Piscatella.
But not in Europe, in UK.
NPD is United States.
Oh.
In Europe altogether, I don't know. In places around Europe, yes, many places. In the UK, no.
What do you mean when you say places around Europe? You're talking
No.
about like in the ocean and stuff.
Yeah. Islands and stuff. No. Steel Diver says such high sales in such short time gives Nintendo a sense of pride and accomplishment. Well, I hope so, yeah. Yeah, the German ratings board for video games, the USK, they also rate other things like movies and TV shows, had a funny story that they wanted to share with everybody, but they couldn't because it was about Nintendo Labo. But now that we know what Nintendo Labo is, they can share the story. So they put it out on their official Twitter account. They said, so here's a funny story for you guys. We were rating Nintendo Labo, and when Nintendo sent it to us, you know, Nintendo game companies send cartridges or game cards or discs with their games on them and stuff like that. Well, Nintendo did send their software, but they also sent the cardboard because they had to. And someone at the office was like, oh, I'll throw out this garbage, and almost threw out the whole thing. And they're like, no, that's something we need to actually rate. And they were like, that would be a rather embarrassing conversation to have with Nintendo, being like, hey, thanks for sending us your new product. We threw it in the garbage.
But that's what that one person said about, like, that was the one comment on the Labo thing.
It's going to happen. First comment comes from Mario Cheated, and he says, Mario cheated. And he says, I am awesome. Oh, inquiry into whether my exoskeleton is composed refuse is negative. It's from South Park.
Oh.
Butters and his fake robot. A rumor. I'm going to go quick. Yeah. Rumor has it that Retro is working on a non-gaming something. And this comes from somebody that writes on games, or writes for games industry, and has written for The Guardian and other outlets as well. He's speaking about it as if it's fact that Retro is working on something non-gaming, which could be Nintendo Labo or it could be something else altogether. So that's just a little bit of a juicy rumor for you right now.
What if they're making a Donkey Kong Country cartoon?
Well, we already had one of those.
And it was great.
And it was great. You can't mess with perfection. Yeah. The Shoemaker says, wouldn't that just be the worst? Well, I think your attitude's the worst.
Thanks.
Yeah, they had a cartoon. It was real bad.
Maybe they're going to do something better and tie it to Universal somehow.
I like to think that that's Retro's pitch. Like, hey, we're going to do Donkey Kong cartoon, but it's going to be better. Nintendo's like, you got the job.
What if all they're working on is a like launch trailer for Universal?
Yeah,
so all they're doing is doing like a big ad for them.
And our last top story is about the Switch becoming the fastest selling Nintendo system in Spain. The Switch is now the fastest selling Nintendo system in Spain's entire history. So yet another place where the Switch is doing phenomenally well. Cephalagod says, Pokemon Switch set in Spain, confirmed. I don't know, my friend, maybe you're onto something. Wow, I didn't realize my battery was so low on this thing. Whew, that's your top stories. All right, fart buckets. Who played something they want to talk about?
You and me played a little Enter the Gungeon a week ago.
Yes, that still breaks my heart that I came so close to beating that boss.
Yeah, well,
it.
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't more helpful.
It's your first time playing.
Well, I didn't realize that I was supposed to but there were some projectiles where I absolutely had to do that.
You have to roll dodge over or dodge roll. Yes, but hey, for your first time playing, I think you did more than well. I would love to jump. I was thinking about that later that night. I was like, man, I really had a lot of fun playing that with someone. I was enjoying playing it.
Was that your first time doing it?
First time playing co-op, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because it took us forever to figure out how to add a second player.
I feel so dumb now because it's not hard. It's just we never went through the
really
one
hard
menu that we needed to go through. Yes, we did play that. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was fun. It kind of reminded me of that Rogue Legacy game.
Yes, you're right.
Only because I don't play a lot of roguelike type games, but there's a randomly generated dungeons and there's lots of things shooting at you and it's kind of tough.
Yeah, that's a great game. I really like that game. Both Enter the Gungeon and Rogue Legacy.
Yeah, also I guess they had similar art styles. But I enjoyed playing Enter the Gungeon.
Is that it?
I think that was it. Yeah, I just there was that, and last night I watched you play. What was it called again?
Oh, I can't talk about that.
Oh, sorry.
Slap and tickle.
I can't talk
I watched you play Slap and Tickle last night.
Nikki Hill, you play anything?
I did. I'm glad you asked. I played and finished Oxenfree.
Oh!
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I got really kind of nervous because I thought I was screwing up, but it turns out I got a really good ending.
There are certain times in that game where I feel the characters' reactions aren't appropriate. Took me out of the moment a few times.
I mean, I don't really get that into it. I just move along.
Well, the whole game is story. Like, that's the point of that game.
Right.
But lovely visual style.
Yeah.
I think the voice actors do a fine job. I like the overall story in general. And there's branching paths and stuff.
It was interesting. It was a little spooky.
Yeah, very cool idea. I don't think enough people are paying attention to that game. Deserves more attention. If you're into some story-based games, I suggest you check it out. Roth says Oxenfree, nice X-Files vibes in that one. I agree with that. Yeah, definitely. It's a very cool story. It's these kids that are kind of friends and kind of not friends, and they go to this like island to hang out on the beach and like get drunk and get high and stuff. And they're like this one, apparently like spooky things going on in the island, and they're part of the group is like, let's go explore this cave, and you get roped into that, and then the adventure begins. Yeah. It's very cool. I really do like it.
All those like choose your own adventure kind of, or branching paths, multiple option, whatever games stress me out a little bit because it's always like, oh, did I do it wrong?
Yeah. But that game's got a really like chill vibe to it too, though.
But there were times where I was looking at my 3 options of talking, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to say any of these. And then by the time I actually decide to choose something, it fades away and I don't get to say anything.
The only thing that I feel the PS4 version, because the PS4 controller has a speaker on it, when you're doing the radio, you have the option to have it come out of that speaker. You also have the option not to. Yeah. But that's how I played it coming out of the controller, and I felt that added a little something to it. I don't feel the experience on Switch is bad by any means.
No, but that does make sense.
Yeah, I did like that. But
it's funny
if you're playing in portable, then I guess you would get the same effect, basically.
Yeah. I feel like the main reason that the PlayStation has that on their controllers is because the Wii had it.
Yeah, right. I'm upset Nintendo dropped it from the Joy-Cons, but you can only cram so much in there. It's tiny space. Things, yeah. You play anything else?
Some 9 Parchments.
Yes.
It's pronounced Porch Months.
We played 9 Porch Months.
9 Porch Months.
Me, you, and Lube. Yeah. We got Lube on there.
That
finally.
Guy.
Lube played 9 Parchments with us. I know you were there in the room when it happened, but it's just mind-boggling to me that he made it happen. And he was on Skype talking to us. He did it all.
He's a big boy now.
He was playing in portable mode while sitting at his... Because he doesn't have a phone that's up to date, so he can't get the Skype app. So he played at his computer. It just played on the Switch in portable mode, and he said it was a wonderful time, and he was very impressed with how easy it was to use Skype, and he said he really enjoyed the game as well. So I think we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. And
I found out there's a bug that causes your save data when playing online to delete, which is probably what happened to us, but a patch is out, so we're okay. But yeah, I had a good time. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. And I think that was it. I actually haven't played much HQ this week because I keep missing it.
I missed some shows because my push notifications weren't happening, but now they're back to happening. So I have been playing.
I think last week or the week before it happened again. They ask the questions, but the questions don't pop up. And it happened the one night. Maybe it was like last Sunday.
Happened to you?
Was it last Sunday that it happened? Where it was a big game. And questions didn't even come up. And
it's like, oh, sorry.
And I knew the answers to like the majority of the questions after.
Tomorrow night's game is a big game.
What is it going to be?
It's $15,000, but it's 15 questions.
Oh,
yeah. All right, that's it.
Yeah.
Mom Brain, you play anything?
Animal Crossing.
Oh, on phone.
I mean,
Pocket
yeah.
Camp.
Yeah, I mean,
What's going on in that? Rover's got
Yeah,
something
yeah.
going on?
yeah, Rover, you plant flowers and get butterflies that sit on your flowers.
Ooh, sounds kinky.
What?
Huh?
What?
In the where?
On the flower?
What?
All right. What did I play this week?
No one asked you. What did you play this week, Rummy?
Thanks, Mother.
You're welcome.
What did I play? I played Enter the Gungeon. I also played some more Human Fall Flat, which I talked about last week, so I don't need to talk about that. I played the thing that I can't talk about yet.
Right.
I think I can say that I'm playing it. I'm playing Celeste, which is
that, no, what do you call it?
Mama Celeste. What?
No, didn't you call it something? Or no,
Mama
that's
Celeste.
Penelope. Never mind.
the next Penelope, the last Penelope. I don't remember which one it was. I'm playing Celeste, and if you follow GoNintendo or you follow me on Twitter, GoNintendo, I have been dying to play that game. Nintendo asked the developers if they wanted it to be a launch game, and they said no because they wanted to tweak it and fine tune it. So I've been so excited for that game. And let's put it this way. I'm playing it now, and I really want to talk to you about it, and I'm not allowed to. But I really, really want to talk to you about it.
But I'm not allowed to.
But I really want to talk to you.
Really want to a lot. Next week, I'll be able to talk to you about it. I'm going to have a video review for it. I think the reviews are embargoed for the 25th, which is launch day. So I'll tell you that. Usually when embargoes are for launch day, it means the game is garbage. That's not the case here. That's all I can say. Yeah, so the 25th, I'll have a video review for that. I want to talk about it. But the one thing I played that I can talk about, and I've been holding off on playing this because I knew it was going to be frustrating, and it is the reason why I was up so late today. But I'm very proud. This is my greatest gaming accomplishment ever, without a doubt. I want to make sure I get the name right because I always screw it up. It's coming. It's coming. I played and completed Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, the PC game.
Do we want to applaud this? Is this something to be proud of? Or you completed it? Good job. We expect you to complete things. It's your job. But what's the game about?
So, unless I'm mistaken, this is the same man who created Quap, the running game. You know, the track and field guy where you have to hit QWOP to make the guy run. This is his new game, Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. He's Bennett Foddy. You play as a man in a cauldron. So his torso and his arms and his head are outside of the cauldron, and his legs are in the cauldron somehow. And he has
from the belly button down.
Yeah, he has a sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he gets around. So you have to throw, you hold on to it the whole time. Like, he never lets go of it.
So it's like climbing.
You
one of those.
hook onto things and drag yourself over.
Or like a pickaxe.
But you only control it with the mouse. So obviously this guy gets a kick out of making games where it's difficult to control. And it's all about climbing this quote-unquote mountain. It looks like a mountain at first, and then as you're climbing it, it's like piles of garbage and all kinds of weird stuff that you have to climb up. But
is that why it's called Getting Over It?
Yeah. Okay. But it's also called Getting Over It because it's so frustrating.
Oh.
You're like, I'm over this. But he talks to you while you're playing the game. He'll interject things while you're playing. And there are multiple instances. So the game saves your progress as you go along, but there are no save points. So you can quit and come back and start right where you were. But if you fall, the game saves that. So wherever you are is where you are the next time you play. There's no way to be like, oh, I finally made it to this summit. I can start from here every time. No, it's not the case. So if you fall...
So get over it.
There are so many times where you can fall practically back to the beginning of the game. It's terrible. There's one section in particular where you're pretty much, I'd say like 85% of the way through the game, and you can fall all the way to the beginning.
No.
And like when you fall, Bennett Foddy is like, oh, that's terrible.
I'm real sorry about that.
He's like, you did a lot of work there. He's like, I've been there. The guy's like, yeah,
Like
this is
motivational.
yeah. He's like, that's part of the game. You just gotta stick with it. And like you'll get to sections where you fall down, but not far, and you got to do them again. And it's like, you've been here before. You've done this. You can do this. And he's like, isn't it funny that sometimes you'll do something and you'll do it a million times, and then the more you do it, the harder it gets. But yes, it is so unbelievably frustrating but satisfying. Because when I first started playing, I'm like, I don't even understand how to move this man. What am I supposed to do? Like, you start off right off the bat, there's a big tree in your way. And you're like, I can't get over this. I have no idea what to do. But as you go along, supremely satisfying. I really want to see other people give it a shot, just because.
Can you use your hammer to push yourself?
Yes.
No, you can.
It's called pogoing. So you can swing. Yeah, I should say it's a side scroller. You can swing the sledgehammer around 360 degrees. You can put it underneath yourself and push up to launch yourself in the air, and then you have to like swing it. There are instances where you have to do that. So like you'll put it underneath yourself, push yourself in the air to launch yourself, and you have to swing it around to the ledge of a cliff and catch on.
But how are you doing that with the mouse?
It's everything is in the opposite direction you think it should be.
What the heck, man?
So like when you want to launch yourself, you swing the mouse downward to push up. So it's like when I play first-person games, I'm inverse. It's like that, but in a side scroller.
Right.
So when you want to swing out to the left, you got to go to the right. And the game is full of moments where you're like, there's no way you can do this. I don't understand how you can do this. Plus, there are plenty of times where you're going to fall and you don't want to play anymore, but you gotta persevere. So yeah, it's my greatest gaming accomplishment by far.
So
it took me like,
what happened when you beat it?
I can't tell you.
He wept for 3 days.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, just beating it is worth it. But specifically, the game has a message at the end that says, here's your like a reward for beating the game. And it says, please, this guy's watching it right now. Yeah. It says, please don't record the ending. And it has like a check mark box, and it says, are you recording this or streaming this? You can check mark yes or no. And if you say yes, then it doesn't let you see the end. If you, it says something along the lines of like, please promise you won't ruin the fun for everybody else. Don't spoil this on the internet. Let people.
Should I not be watching this?
That's a really long hammer.
I don't know if you're going to see the end, because you can see the ending on YouTube, but a lot of people have respected what the developer asked and didn't show the ending. So it's
nice.
Pretty cool.
So would you say that it's almost like
that part's like right near the end?
This is a speed run, I guess.
It's insane. So people beat the whole game in like a minute and a half. What? It's insane.
Well, this person was at 2:30.
As far as I know, the speedrunners respect the wishes of the developer and do not stream the ending.
Well, that's nice.
But it's insane, yeah.
Is the point to get to the top or to get all the way to the other end? Oh.
Where's he going?
That's the point. The point is to launch yourself into space.
Oh.
But that's the ending of what you do as far as mechanics go, but not the end of the game. But yes, I can't tell. So like compared to everything else you do in the game, the end climbing that tower is not difficult. But you've been through so much and you know you're at the top because he talks to you. He's like, you've been through this section and that section and all that stuff. He's like, thanks for being on this journey. You're at the end. And this thing you're doing at the end isn't that difficult, but it becomes difficult because you're like, I'm so close. I'm so close to the end.
What does his voice sound like?
It's nice.
British and soothing.
Okay.
It's really nice.
Yeah. And like, Sometimes when you fall a great distance, instead of him talking, like a song will play, and it'll be like an old like 1920s or 30s song that is related to falling or setbacks or something like that.
And then he goes, "Oh, I can't believe you've done this."
Well, when you are playing, the guy in the cauldron will be like, "Oh," and when you fall, he'll be like, "Oh no."
Or just like a like a dad noise.
Like,
So how long did it take you?
like 6 hours
Overall?
Yeah. It was one of those things where I got into it and I didn't want to quit, and there were certain sections that I can't. There were numerous times where I fell all the way to the beginning, but then I could climb back up quicker because I had gotten a grasp on it, and I was like, I have my muscle memory now. I don't want to go to bed and lose it. So I finished it. I didn't go to bed until like 11.
So that's why you overslept?
Yeah, I slept till like 2.
Or didn't oversleep, but you slept later.
But yes, totally worth it. Just, yeah, it's super frustrating. Let me do a question.
Is it like controlling? Oh goodness, I'm sorry. Is it like controlling the ninja rope? Kind of in Worms.
There's some elements to it,
like
yeah.
Real wobbly and like.
No, he's not wobbly. You got a lot of control over him. Like you could have like your sledgehammer on a ledge like this and just hang out there like that as long as you're like feathering the mouse the right way. Yeah. But more often than not, what happens is like you'll get nervous to go swing up like this to try and reach something over here, but instead you'll hit the ceiling and push yourself off the ceiling and fly backward. I've done that so many times where I hit something by accident and pushed myself off the rock, and I just watch myself fall to the beginning, and there's nothing you can do. Question. Send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. This is from Brent. Sure, Brent says, thanks for weighing in on a long-standing debate of peen potatoes versus potatoes. I have another question. Given the following options, which would you choose? You can only pick one. Cosmic brownie, zebra cake, star crunch, oatmeal cream pie.
Oatmeal cream pie.
I'm oatmeal cream pie as well.
Wait.
These are all Little Debbie snacks.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask, are cosmic brownies like made with pot or something?
No, they're just like Little Debbie brownies with like rainbow stars and
Rainbow
stuff.
Well, the only ones I've had are the oatmeal cream pies, so I guess I would pick those by default.
You've never had
Zebra cakes are really good.
I don't think I've ever had any of the other ones. I wasn't allowed to have any of that.
I know what Star Crunch is. Like,
yeah,
I've
but you've
seen
been an
it,
adult for so long. The first thing I would do. I mean, I've had.
Nader Die says oatmeal cream pie.
I
like
do
the
like
oatmeal
the oatmeal
cream
cream
pie.
pie.
I mean, an oatmeal cream pie.
But those brownies.
It's the texture
Yeah.
of the cookies.
The brownies,
I like oatmeal
I
cookies
used to
a
eat the
lot.
brownies all the time, but I used to eat them when we were at North. I used to get them there.
You rolled off the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The top layer.
I would eat the icing part
Yeah.
all, and then eat
With,
the
like,
But
the
I
three
eat it
little
like I
walnut
would get a salt bagel
chunks.
and one of those because
Oh,
a salt bagel,
so
a
delicious.
salt bagel, these brownies, and a peach Snapple. And I used to get that like every other day at North, and it was, I don't know, it was like the perfect mix of everything for me. So I can't eat the brownies on their own. I need a salt bagel and
Spinach
peach
bagels
Snapple.
with cream cheese from the North Cafeteria,
Rachel
and
says
a-
she's a cosmic brownie girl.
and a Snapple strawberry kiwi.
And spinach bagels.
They were
I
so
remember those.
delicious.
Wait, when did you get the bagels? I don't even remember.
At North in the morning, you could go and get a bagel for breakfast.
I used to skip class and go get bagels.
I honestly don't remember.
Delicious.
How much were they?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Probably too much.
And I probably like dug through my backpack for
I
like
don't remember
nickels to
anything
pay
being
for
like
them.
expensive. Like I
No.
remember getting everything for a couple bucks. Or
And
$3.
Mrs. Allpaw would be there taking your money with her little white hair. Oh, she was so
I guess I
lovely.
had to have known that you could get bagels.
Oatmeal cream pie.
Yeah.
Oatmeal cream pie. Oatmeal cream pie by default.
Mhm.
And
I guess the oatmeal cream.
oh, oatmeal
It's
cream pie,
unanimous.
unanimous.
Those brownies, though, I really.
I don't like those
I
brownies.
respect the other things too. But there you go. Wow, unanimous answer. Thank you for your question. Again, send your questions to
I
GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com.
brought the Christmas trees here.
Now let's.
Oh, they went like hot.
Oh, Starbucks Christmas trees.
They were like.
What?
You know
Starbucks
what?
was selling those as if they were making them.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They just like
They
took
just
them out of the
unwrapped them
box.
and like angled them on one of their long rectangular plates, and they were like,
Unbelievable.
holiday,
Festive
whatever.
tree.
Festive
Pairs
cake
beautifully
tree.
with our new blonde roast
Festive
espresso.
artisanal Christmas tree treats.
Creme, C-R-E-M-E, with a whoop.
I wanted their Christmas tree
Christmas.
frappuccino or whatever it was, but I never got one. It was only there for a couple days.
I'm so sorry to hear that. You didn't get it.
I wanted to be so basic.
Smell like beef.
I smell like beef.
I got music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh. Is that what I sound like?
GN Podcast
Yes,
Music
all
at
the time.
gmail.com.
Where?
Send your music to GN Podcast Music at gmail.com.
Okay, so
Hello, Lord Jaguar.
this first little ditty comes to us from Andy the Zombie.
My favorite is Dolphin Shoals. Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Deluxe. How about when I walked in yesterday and Smooth Jazz started playing through the echo? I don't know why. I don't know how.
Man, it's so good. That
All
is a jam.
Next
I think that's G.D.
song.
Smith
Oh,
playing.
I'm sorry. My apologies, friends. That song did not come from Andy the Zombie. That song was from
Oh.
Pratt Trap.
Oh, how dare you?
This song comes from Andy the Zombie. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You got a friend to make. Toy Story.
Toy Story for
Super Nintendo.
Yes.
That was a great instrument. Pretty good sound quality. This Super Nintendo? It's pretty impressive.
This was late.
Nice fart tuba.
That was this was made by Traveler's Tales, the company that now does all the Lego games.
Oh, okay.
This next song comes from Nico Darunia.
Shovel Knight.
Yes.
The water one.
Iron Foil. 1,000 Leagues Below.
Let it go. This was made by the. This is one of the few songs in that game made by the composer from Mega Man 2. All right, we gotta go. We're late.
This song comes from Naka. Promise. No,
I know this.
you sure do.
What system is this?
Cube.
Madonna.
No,
Okami.
no.
Is this first party?
Yeah.
Star Fox Adventures?
Sure is.
Yeah.
Well done.
No further comment.
Fine. This one comes from My Body Is Ready.
Crystal Hentai.
Crystal Futanari.
It's gotta be some. No, it's not a sports game. Some arcade game.
Secret.
It's first party, isn't it?
I don't know.
Elon Secret Castle.
No.
Violent Secret Dance.
Do you have footage of the game? Just the titles. Bless you.
No.
I'm going to guess. It's like an old Nintendo game, arcade. It's not like it's got like an Excite-like feel, but I know it's not Excite. Clue Land.
Yes.
That's old arcade feeling.
This one comes from Glitter Bubble 3. Could take a second.
Did you purposely wait to be out of breath before you answered it? It's like an arcade blah, blah, blah.
system is this?
It's not a real game.
Electroplankton.
Alternative news. It's Super Nintendo.
Electroplankton wasn't on Super Nintendo.
I know. It's not first party, is it? No.
No.
License?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
The cover art is really something special.
Silence.
No.
Chuck Rock. Boogerman.
No. No.
Chester Cheetah.
No.
Oh, not licensed.
I don't think so.
Shoot then.
Hockey and Rocket.
No.
Joan Mac.
No.
I don't know if it's Joan Mac.
There's a
Super Putty Squad.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. Go ahead.
Playmates.
No.
Honestly,
Dino
I'm like-
City.
I haven't played it.
Oh.
It's the cover art is amazing. This will go to Mikey 3319.
Well, it's Dynasty, of course.
No.
Lord of the Rings. Whoa.
The Hobbit?
Yes.
Oh! Just had that feeling.
This one
Wait,
comes.
which hop? The GameCube game? The Hobbit?
What?
I heard something. Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah. I liked that game.
This one comes from The Legend of Shu.
Alright, it's got to be portable.
Yes.
I don't know if it's DS or 3DS.
I think it's yes.
First party.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure. It doesn't sound like it's Zelda. Oh, it sounds like Pokemon.
Yes.
Okay, black and white.
No.
Black and white 2.
No.
Oh God. You don't know what system?
I think it's yes.
Shuffle. That's not on DS. What about balloons?
No.
Trozzy.
No.
History done.
No.
When was the picture one?
What picture one?
Snap?
That's on N64.
My brain doesn't try to guess it at all.
Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
I was going to say Pearl Diamond.
This one comes from WestFX.
Pearl and Marina.
No.
Sphinx.
No.
Product number 3.
No.
Odama.
No.
Yeah. What system is this? Xenoblade Chronicles.
Wii U. No.
Wii U. What is this?
What is this?
Wait, you, what is this?
Wait, you was this?
This was Wii U. What is this?
What is this?
That's your job.
What is this? Wii U, not first party.
I don't think so. What do I know, really?
I think you should be able to get it.
What
Because
was on the Wii?
it's the Wii U, yeah.
Nothing.
Like, this is decent sounding music,
And it's not Xenoblade.
and it's not Xenoblade, yeah. Yeah, it's an RPG.
Is it Monster Hunter?
Nope.
Is there a order to dance?
Celtic women. Celtic woman.
Ding ding. Hear that violin, lady? That's what the violin sounds like.
I can't think of it.
Yeah, I'll give up. Anybody else?
Bandai Bayonetta 2?
No.
Well, you're guessing platinum, so I'll go the Wonderful 101.
No.
All right, let's Dragon Quest.
No.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Pokken Tournament.
You said it wasn't the first party.
I said I don't think so.
It's Pokemon, Mom Brain.
You stupid idiot.
Technically, it's Bandai Namco, but Pokemon Company and Nintendo.
And I'm supposed to know that.
If you loved him, you would know
Thank
that.
you, Kirby. There's one thing you should know about me. Go on, Mom Brain.
What if I don't?
What if you don't go on?
Yeah. We're doing it live! This last song comes from Wired.
What else going on?
What system?
Switch. eShop. I hate it.
What is this?
Jesus Christ. All right, turn it off. We don't know. Please.
Do I know what this is?
I don't know. It's like Twin Peaks episode 8.
Forma 8.
No.
I don't know.
Stop, please.
Thumper.
Oh my God!
What
It's
the hell is
Thumper.
Thumper?
What is Thumper?
What do you mean? It's Thumper. You played it.
It's a game about the
The metallic beetle flying down the rhythm highway.
Oh.
I guess I haven't gotten to that level yet.
It's really terrible.
Didn't sound like much rhythm in that.
Yeah, right. Damn it! I'm upset I
That's
missed that
upsetting.
one.
So I think you missed 3, right? You didn't get Thumper, you didn't get Pokken Tournament, and you didn't get Dino City.
That is correct.
I think that was the only ones you didn't get.
That is not correct. That's it.
Eric Heath, whatever his name is, decent.
These copper shit.
Copperput.
Copper shit.
Gross.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. Have a great week.
All right. I gotta go finish moving
Okay.
1,000 pounds of
Oh,
pallets.
I gotta take a whiz.
Are we doing after show presently?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
What do we always do after show. I mean, you can go.
I gotta piss and then
I gotta.
I gotta piss and then I gotta move
I
shit.
gotta piss on you.
What?
It's heavy. The bags are heavy.
Why'd you order so many?
That's how you order them.
I'm sure you could burn other pellets in there.
Why can't you just burn them in place?
Yeah, right?
Like light a fire?
Put a bag in each room.
I
Like,
think it
we'll
says
live
you
like
can't do that
hobos.
on the bag.
Malik Halo says, if you hate us, you can just leave, Mom Brain.
I do not hate you at all. What?
Hmm?
What did you just do?
Oh,
Was that the circle game thing?
and you fell for it! And you fell for it! Jeez! He even said it!
I can't even.
You're so bad at that game.
I can't help it.
Whoa.
What?
It's the cutest thing ever when you do it with your little chunkers. It's so stupid looking when you do it. Like I've got like yeah, and yours is like.
What do you mean? How are ours
Put yours up.
different? It's different.
Do it this way.
You have super fat fingers.
Yes, they're so little, and like you should do it so I see the front side of your hand, like this part.
What?
Yeah, that's it.
like how you think that's so funny.
There's something really funny about it because it's like
You know what's really funny? That you keep falling for it
I can't.
every time.
That's
I could
funny.
be like, "Hey, Mom Brain, look, it's the circle game," and you. I bet I could do that, and I could get you with
No. And
No.
the other day, I got you for the record.
Yeah, so that makes it like 3 to 50, probably. What? You're just.
I try really hard.
Yeah, you're just great, Mom Brain.
Do you mean that, or are you saying?
I do think you're great, but
Are you being like
I'm meaning it in a different way right now.
patronizing?
You can get any latte, medium latte, for $2 from 2 to 6. at
GoNintendo
Dunkin'
podcast
Donuts.
sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts, where you can get any.
Medium-sized latte for $2 between 2 and 6 p.m.
GoNintendo
Participation may
podcast
vary. Limited
sponsored
time
by
offer.
Dunkin' Donuts. Do you like the taste of burnt pretzels? Like, go to Dunkin' Donuts for a medium latte.
They don't taste like burnt pretzels.
The burnt pretzel latte tastes like burnt pretzels. They really nailed that.
Did you
flavor.
say pretzel?
Pretzel?
All right,
so-
we're done exporting. We're out of here, guys. We're done talking about burnt
Goodbye,
pretzels.
everybody.
Have a great weekend. Play some games. Have some fun. Take it easy. Relax. Hang out with family and friends. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.